Exhaust pipes. It might actually be the most important part of a motorcycle. It can totally change the way the motorcycle looks, it can change the way it performs, and maybe most importantly, it changes the sound of your motorcycle. And I will guess that the exhaust, either the whole system or just the muffler, is one of the first things that you change when you want to customize your bike. And for this bike, I have actually already made 2 different exhaust systems. Let me show you. The first one I made was this one. And at that time, the only welder I had was my flux core welder. So all the welds looked like crap. So in order to cover the welds, I wrapped it in exhaust wrap. And I'm not sure if it made it better or worse. I think exhaust wrap can look cool on a performance build or in an engine bay, but for a custom chopper like this, I don't think it looks good enough. And I think this pipe was actually a bit too short. So I made another one. I actually made this. Oh, yeah, it's quite tall. And even though I think the tall pipe looks pretty cool, it's the finishing of the welds that I'm not happy with. It's way too rough around the edges. And to be honest, maybe it is a bit too tall as well. So today I will make a 3rd attempt. 3rd time's the charm. Kind of feels like that is becoming a mantra for this build. In a perfect world, I would like to be able to do the bends myself. You start with a straight pipe and do the bends exactly the way I want them. But I don't have the equipment for that, and I have been looking into sand bending. That's very cool, but I don't have the equipment for that either. So I'm actually stuck with these pre-bent pieces. But in order to make the seams look a bit better, I will actually use my TIG welder instead of my MIG welder. I haven't been TIG welding for quite a while. I hope I still remember how to do it. All right, let's get started. Attempts, I have started from the top of the engine and worked my way down and back. But this time around I thought I would try starting in the middle and working my way up and then later back. I just feel like the part right here and the bends that goes into it are really important to get right. And I think I can be pretty aggressive with the angle the pipe goes into the exhaust port. In order to mock the pipes together, I 3D printed these tiny pipes that goes into one of the pipes and then the other pipe can meet it right there. It works okay, but then I realized that every piece of pipe has this little flange on it. And if I cut that off, I can actually use that to mock up the pipes. It even gives me a little slot to draw a line. I guess there's nothing left to do but to get puzzling. With the pipe starting to come together, I think it's time to focus on the piece that allows it to attach to the engine. And that's this little piece right here. I will recreate it by making 2 half moons out of flat bar, and I will weld those together and finally weld the pipe to it, and we should be able to attach the pipe to the engine. To make 2 pairs of half moons in order to get the correct thickness. But now they are all welded together and mounted into place, so the only thing that's left is to trim the end of this pipe to make sure that it fits inside the hole of the half moons. I'm guessing it will be a kind of fiddly process, but it is the last step before we can see what this pipe will actually look like on the bike. I don't like the angle the final bend ended up in, but that's an easy fix. I just grind down the spot welds and weld it back together. Maybe starting with the last bend was a bad idea after all. Well, you don't know until you tried. Now I have one final decision to make, and that's how the pipe will end. You've seen me make the tall pipe, and while I think that's cool, I want to do something a bit more sober. I think I just want to keep it simple and have it go straight back. Maybe I'll have it end right here by the fender, or by the shock, or even by the wheel axle. After that, I just need to attach it to the frame, and there's actually already a bracket right here that I might be able to reuse. But first, we need to make the pipe long.
I ain't slipping rocks into
This is it. This is the last exhaust pipe I will make for this bike. And I think it turned out pretty perfect, or at least as perfect as I am able to make it. But I have two questions for you. The first one is the finishing of the pipe. As you can see, I left it raw, and I even left some of the welds kind of untouched. And that's because I don't really know how I should finish it. Leaving it to someone else to have it chromed would be really awesome, but I don't think it would fit into the budget of this build. I've been thinking about just polishing the pipe and cover it with high temp clear coat. I've never done that before, so I don't know if it works or not. But if you have any experience with that, let me know in the comments how it worked out for you. My second question is about the ending of the pipe. Right now it's just a clear cut, but I don't know if I should do something else. Let me know your best ideas in the comments. I will actually run this insert, so I will need to be able to put it in from the back. I know a lot of you like straight pipes, and I do too, but on this engine I honestly think it sounds better with some kind of a muffler. And it will save my ears and my relationship to my neighbors. And before you go, we need to talk about the TIG welding. Honestly, I don't know why I don't do it more often. It's so much fun, and it's very relaxing as well. It's quiet and there is no spatter flying about. And since you need to focus to not dip your tungsten, it kind of is like a meditation as well. Kind of like riding your bike. It's just you, your TIG torch and your filler, and you get into this kind of groove and everything else just disappears. So if you've been thinking about getting into TIG welding, take this as your sign. Just do it. You don't need to have an expensive machine. My machine is not expensive at all, and I am still having fun. And on that subject, I actually have a third question for you. My TIG torch has the trigger on the torch. I know a lot of you use a pedal instead, and I've been thinking about picking up a pedal or maybe building one myself, but I don't know if it's worth it. So let me know in the comments what you prefer. Do you like to have the button on the TIG torch, or do you like to use the pedal? Or do you use both? Maybe you use different things on different occasions. Let's talk about it in the comments. Well, that's all I had for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!